Hey you, and happy Monday. Let's give you a message. Apart from that, happy full moon, and today's moon as well, and the day in general, like, is marked even in my calendar as the strong sun moon. So I feel it has relates to the fact that obviously June is the lovers month, and also with sun and the moon being representation of the father and the mother. So with full moon, with moon coming out in the sky tonight, and the sun might still be there. So this is when they both going to be visible in the sky as well. And with that, I feel that a lot of you in my collective, and I feel like this message might be specifically relating to that. A lot of you might be waking up to romance in your life, or you might be meeting, that one person with whom you want to open your heart to. There's some kind of magic when it comes to love in the air with the sun strong moon placements today. And also with it being summertime, and obviously sun's energy being really strong. And also we're still in the Cancer season, so that makes us extra sensitive, touchy, lovey-dovey, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, with that in mind, let's get you a message. I do apologize if you do see some light flickering. I think I need a new light, because something's wrong with it. I dropped it so many times. Surprise, it's still working. Right, okay, so with the energies, so we're focusing on the full moon as well. So with the first couple of cards, I feel is going to be speaking about your release. What you're releasing, because with full moons things come into culminations, and we are having the full moon in Capricorn this month, which I feel for a lot of you will help you to take control over your emotions as well, take control over things that have been still bothering you, things that still been standing in your way, because we have 9 of Swords, 7 of Wands coming out first. So everything that's been causing you sleepless nights, making you worry too much, and everything that made you fight unnecessarily, with yourself, with your own thoughts, all of that I feel is coming to the surface for a lot of you, for you to meet this, and for you to as well with the 2 of Pentacles and 2 of Cups. This is a decision. This is about a certain decision, and also with the 2 of Cups speaking about this romance entering a lot of your lives. So with the 2 of Pentacles, a lot of you in my collective might be initially very hesitant, or you might not want to straight away plunge into it. You might want to, test the waters as well. But I feel with the 2 of Cups, you're going to be crossing paths as well in here with somebody who is going to reflect a lot of your character, of your heart, of your nature to you. And with this 2 of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to want to invest your time, your energy, and your heart into this. And 2 of Pentacles as well, this is this choice of you, whether you're going to open yourself up to the new, and whether you go in and if you're going to let go of that weight that's been holding, keeping a hold on you, that's been bringing you down. So, and I feel we're going to get more cards on this. But yeah, there was a Chariot in here as well, with the 10 of Wands. So I feel this is this, and then, sorry, speaking of this energy of moving away from these burdens as well. And 10 of Wands is a completion. This is a completion of that heavy, difficult path that you've been finding yourself on, this path that caused you all of this stress and this high defenses that you had to build, that you had to put them up. But with the Chariot, this speaks of these changes that are approaching your life. And also, like I said, this is that decision. And I feel it has a lot to do with you catching feelings towards someone. And I'm looking at, this image of this snakes on these caps. And I feel this speaks of these things coming to these emotions coming to the surface. There's a lot of you in my collective, guys. You definitely are the people who might be bottling a lot of things in. You might be trying to, with the 7 of Swords, this 9 of Swords, you might be trying maybe in some way pretend or avoid that, all these bad things didn't happen to you. But in order for you to heal all of that, and that's why full moons, and today is actually quite good for that. I mean, not just today, but the 3 days prior to a full moon and past full moon, the energies are still present. And there is a certain, that's why very often around full moons, a lot of people feel like they're going crazy. It's because our emotions are so strong, and there's like a certain illumination that is happening, and it's like there's nowhere left to hide. Like, you know, the moon's light is shining on all of our insecurities, all of our things we're trying to hide from. Like, you know, there comes a time where you have to face it all. In order to get rid of it all, you have to face it all, you have to let it out, you have to talk about it, you have to sort of make peace with it. Like, and that's the way this is the first step to making these amends and these changes. Like, you know, just admit that, yes, like, you know, I am carrying a certain amount of pain. I have been hurt and betrayed. And, you know, just also with this Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups, this choice of wanting to allow happiness into your life. It's more about that. Like, you know, don't allow the past experiences to stop you from enjoying something, you know, real in the now, in the future. You know, because you're not going back, you're only going forward. We have a Queen of Wands on the bottom. So I feel this speaks of you and this control that you're taking over your heart and over your emotions. Like, you know, maybe up to this point you did allow a lot of people to have effect on you. Maybe you've over-invested yourself, like your fire as well, because you come in here as a person with a big energy and a big fire. So maybe you've invested this energy into places before that didn't deserve your attention at all. And that's what burned you out. That's what made you have these defenses right now. Yeah, the Seven of Cups is also behind the Queen of Wands. So I feel with this one, like, you know, there is a lot of doors opening for you. Like, you know, you might be still at the moment, like, because you're still working through a lot of heavy emotions. So you might be right now still a little bit confused on what direction do you want to go, or what is it that you really want to do. But there's a Ten of Cups hiding behind. But I feel like this confusion is going to quickly change into full clarity for you. You're going to understand that past didn't define you, like, you know, that the things that you went through made you stronger, like, you know, they didn't kill you, and you are more now ready than before, like, you know, and you go into, I feel like what they're telling me as well, that, you know, the happiness that is coming your way, and it is already on the way. So this happiness that is coming your way is going to be like 10 times better than you kind of even imagined was possible for you, because you've been through living in that, you know, darkness, you've been living in that maybe isolation, solitude. So maybe to some extent you didn't feel like this was going to be possible for you. But in all the means, like, you know, this Ten of Cups confirmed that, you know, the happiness and that rewards in love are going to be bigger than you thought possible. Your heart is going to be overflowing with that love. Yeah, there's a moon behind, which is, I feel it speaks of this about the full moon, and this full moon being very important, but also about all the things coming to the surface, and you no longer wanting to hide from your true emotions and from your big heart and from your big nature. You're going to be proud of who you are. You're going to be proud of how far you've came up to this point. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into this, and I'm going to get more cards on this potential love interest and the soulmate coming into your life. But rest of it is going to be posted on my YouTube, and all the links are in my bio, and I'm going to post one in the comments as well. So hold on, see you there. If you're already on YouTube, thank you so much. Really nice to have you here. Okay, so carrying on, let's just get more cards about this. We all know that, you know, when it comes to that, we could go through this as well. I'm a man of pain and things you went through, but let's just get more cards, Spirit, please, on this new connection coming from my collective. And they said this summertime. Wow, I heard that loud and clear. There's a Knight of Pentacles coming out with the moon. Wow, okay, so when it comes to the person here, so I straight away pick up with the moon, like, you know, the gentleness of it, of the person in questioning here, and somebody who also has a bit of a difficult past, somebody who went through their own share of pain. And I feel that's why when they come into your life, and also with this Knight of Pentacles, that's somebody who moves rather slowly when it comes to also emotions. They don't rush in investing their emotions. Like, you know, they have time, and they allow things to unfold naturally. They take their time with trust as well, like, you know, because moon is also a big trust card. So I feel like, you know, they are taking things slowly. And I feel with this, like, what I've just heard, a lot of you, this is exactly what you need, because previously I feel that, you know, in your connections, and that's also, you know, based on that trauma bonding and our karmic, you know, relationships that we have. And I feel with this, you up to this point, you know, all the connections that you had, even if you've been like, you know, really in love and really invested and maybe like, you know, even happy, you know, to some extent. But I feel like you've never really truly been allowed to kind of, you know, be yourself. Looking at this moon, you had to hide maybe. And coming back to this Queen of Wands, like, you know, this big energy and this big fire that you have, like, you know, maybe in a lot of times and a lot of relationships, you know, your partners and the person that you were with, they felt intimidated by it, or they were trying to kind of keep you tamed to what's coming through. But you are like, you know, you can't be tamed. Like, you know, with this Queen of Wands, you are that person that, you know, you need to live true to your own nature, because otherwise you're dying slowly. So coming back to this new connection, I feel like, you know, this is the person, and that's why you need it so much as well, and this is why it's good for you, is because, you know, this is somebody who doesn't rush, and you're going to have all the time to feel safe, to open up and to trust, because previously people might have rushed you, you know, into intimacy, into like moving in together too quick, or like in general just rushing into things. The Judgment card just stayed on the table as well. So I feel this is yet again, like, you know, confirming this big release, emotional release that is happening. And also, like, you know, what I'm hearing is like being able to speak your own truth, being able to you know, express yourself through that light and just come out of this darkness. Page of Pentacles, which I feel this refers to an invitation as well. Five of Wands. So I feel with this one, like, you know, you might be trying to because I feel when it comes to this new connection as well, that is in common, and I feel like, you know, with this Judgment, so this is like you're going to be faced with a very honest person as well. And somebody like with this Page of Pentacles, I looked and this writing, I feel like this is somebody who likes to plan things, like, you know, likes to organize things as well. And with this Five of Wands, I feel like to some extent you might be fighting letting this in, like, you know, because you will be feeling vulnerable again, like, you know, with this moon, you might be feeling a little bit exposed and a little bit vulnerable. And this is something that, you know, you're not used to, because like with the Seven of Wands, you are just used to keeping yourself away and keeping this high, you know, higher boundaries. Let me get more on this person as well, please. We're gonna get another deck for confirmation as well. Four of Swords. So yeah, I feel like this refers to a person who is also healing from something. Yeah, Ten of Cups, Queen of Cups though. So this is person who is also healing from some kind of a heartbreak. You know, this is like a bit of an element maybe of grief, or maybe they went through something that, you know, they've lost somebody before, and they had to kind of deal with that grief. With the Queen of Cups here, with this Ten of Cups, I feel this speaks of them being very confident about the way they feel about you, or the feelings that they might catch for you quite quickly on as well. And with this Ten of Cups, I feel like and Six of Cups on the bottom. So I feel like this might be emotionally very fulfilling connection as well. And this is, I feel like this refers as well to you finally being able to, like, you know, hold your cup up. Five of Swords landed on the cross. So I feel like this and the Five of Wands and Five of Swords. So I feel with this one, like, you know, that I feel like this speaks of this slight defensiveness that you might have. And what I'm kind of feeling with that as well, there will be like a lot of sharing of that past pains, of that past trauma, of everything that you had to endure and all this, you know. I feel like you're finally going to be able to articulate it all to somebody, to be listened to, and to be able to finally put all this fight that you've been going through behind you. Yeah, there's a Page of Swords as well on the bottom. So this might refer to somebody who just genuinely enjoys watching you, listening to you. Oh my God, King of Wands is here. King of Wands and Queen of Wands. Yeah, this Page of Swords is coming out. So somebody who genuinely, like, you know, and I feel like this refers as well to this, you might be texting a lot with this person, like, you know, there might be like a very good communication going on between you. But yeah, with this, there's a Five of Cups here, the King of Wands and that Queen of Wands. So I feel this also refers to them, like I said, coming back to them being that mirror. Like when you look at these cards as well, like, you know, this is two very similar energetically people, and people who hold a very big fire, and people who are very excited about doing things and experiences and just enjoyment in general. But with this 5 of Cups, we've had 5 in here, so I feel this refers to your journey up to this point. Like, I feel like you all both had a share of disappointments, share of fights and arguments with other people, and fighting for your place or for that peace. Like, I feel like the both of you are very peaceful people, despite of all that fire that you have about yourself. But you both crave to be in this kind of natural energy of contentment, of peace, of easy flowing conversations. And I feel like up till this point, like both of you had very chaotic connections and very chaotic relationships. So I feel like when you two come together, that's why initially it might feel a little bit strange. It might feel like you're going to be looking for, like with this moon, you're going to be looking for something that is in there, or something that you like for this other shoe to drop. You might be kind of nitpicking it a little bit, but that comes as well from all this here, looking at this 10 of Wands again, comes from all these heavy experiences and these heavy lessons that you've encountered. But I feel like when it comes to the both of you, it hasn't changed you. Like both of you still want to experience something real. And yeah, with this Knight of Pentacles, I feel like this is something that's going to be developing slowly, and with time, yeah, you're going to be able to understand that and open yourself up to that trust. Yeah, I just picked up the Strength from the middle of the deck. So I feel this speaks as well yet again of this because trusting, being able to trust, open yourself up to that is a scary thing. So I feel like with the Strength coming out, this is like a confirmation of you to be brave, like to not allow this past to come and hover over your current reality, over your present, and over your current happiness. Right, let me just get a little confirmation from the Knights here, Guardian of the Night Tarot, about this connection, and if there's anything else to be said. Let me just get a couple more cards, please. Is there anything else in regards to this? The Chariot, Queen of Pentacles, and the Star. So this is like with the Star, this is everything. It's like a wish come true energy as well. Aquarius's energy too. So you might be Aquarius, your person might be an Aquarius. Queen of Pentacles, so that's earth energy coming through. So that also might be referring either to you or the person coming into your life. So that's an earth signs as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And with the Chariot, changes, movement, and I feel like the meeting of the two of you, and I'm looking at that heart as well in the card. I never noticed that. So I feel like this might refer to the both of you, like developing fondness towards each other very quickly, because Chariot's energy is a very quick moving energy. There's a Page of Cups, which speaks of innocent feelings, and like, oh my god, what's the word for it? Like somebody being in like awe of you as well. Somebody like really enjoying you, your company, your energy. Yeah, this Page of Cups is coming out. And with this Tower, I feel this refers to somebody like falling, because Tower is things falling and destroying and things changing as well. And it doesn't have to be negative necessarily. And I feel in this set, this feels like one of the first things that came to my mind, that somebody here will fall in love, like having this Page of Cups, fall in love very quickly and passionately, like because obviously we had all this fire energy, Hermit on the bottom. So I feel this speaks of you maybe being in a little bit of a hermit mode and staying in your cave. And I feel like this person's coming to take you out of there, to take you out and experience life and do some things together. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. So this might refer to a public place that you might meet, or for some of you it might be work related. You might cross paths somehow through work, but also like with this Three of Pentacles and this Knight of Pentacles that we had previously, I feel like this refers heavily to building slowly. So building slowly, and with like with that trust, allowing this trust to naturally unfold. Yeah. Oh yes, yeah, because there's a Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords with this Hermit in here. So I feel like the Seven of Swords, this is this past disappointments that you might be afraid of repeating. Like, you know, that's why, but you feel certain passion towards this person, or you will feel when you meet them, like, you know, there's going to be something that's very quickly going to catch on. But despite of this, feelings and this excitement that's going to awaken quite quickly, I feel like, you know, you're going to, despite of it, want to take your time. And yeah, with the Seven of Swords, like, you know, you I feel it speaks of this needing to build trust slowly. Or maybe like one kind of hearing as well, this might speak of you like not straight away letting the person know that, you know, you are into them or you like them. You might just like, you know, gradually just get to know them and gradually kind of, you know, come out of this shell and like you did with this hermit, like, you know. And there's also hermit is also that spiritual awakening and like, you know, searching for that light. So I feel like this connection and this person might help you like with reaching the end of that dark path, like, you know, because I feel like I've literally had like this image, like, you know, when you have a cave in, like, you know, a tunnel, or more likely, and then you have that light at the end of a tunnel. So I feel like, you know, you are so close to coming out of this, and you're so close to this light. And I feel for a lot of you guys, this new connection and this new sparked love is going to be something that's going to, instead of just standing at the end of that tunnel and looking at that light, you're going to find that courage, like with this Knight of Wands, to move towards it and to emerge out of that cave and to start, you know, enjoying life and living again. Because, you know, up to this point, you've just been working quite a lot on yourself, emotionally, financially as well. So I feel like, you know, for now is the time for you to sort of come out of this dark cave and enjoy the new emotional beginning with the Ace of Cups on the bottom in here. Yeah, and the Eight of Cups behind this, because you walked away from you're walking away from all the disappointments and you welcoming that new love. So this is about the connection, something completely new coming into your life. This isn't like a revival of some old connection. But just because you had a lot of connections before where you gave a lot and you haven't gotten much back in return, so that's why there will be some kind of defenses. But I feel like the person here, you know, they have that patience here coming out with this Knight of Pentacles. They have that patience in them as well, that, you know, they will give you all the space all the time. There will be no pressure at all, and that's how you're going to know that's the person I'm talking about. There will be absolutely no fucking pressure, just pure enjoyment and fun. Right, okay. Love you. Bye.